What's going down? You're hanging and banging with Aldo Caldo, the Comweedian.
Man. Bueno, aquí estamos, Aldo Caldo, el Comweedian, para tu canal de Cannabis. Aldo Caldo, the Comweedian, here in front of Austin, Texas, South by Southwest. Mira, vamos a hablar de todas las cosas de cannabis y más, y música, lo que sea. Check it out. Aldo Caldo, the Comweedian. A ver. Uy, no me digas que no.
Here I am with some new friends of mine here, downtown Austin, South by Southwest. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. First question, on a scale from 1 to 10, how high are you?
I'm sitting at like maybe a 3 or 4 right now. You know, not too much going on.
Not
today.
too much going on.
Just
What
kind
about
of
you?
chilling, relaxing.
I'm pretty high.
Awesome. On a scale from 1 to 10, how high are you?
4, better 4.
A 4. How do we get you to a 9 or a 10?
Let me be able to skip my parole meeting next week.
Skip the parole meeting. On a scale from 1 to 10, how high are you?
I'm about a 3.
A 3. Okay. All right. On a scale from 1 to 10, how high are you?
Oh, like 1.
1. Wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to try to change that. We're especially here in Texas, right?
What the F, man?
How high are you?
9, 27. I saw that.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how high are you, Des?
I'm about
I'm in love with Maryjane. She's my main thing. She makes me feel alright. She makes my heart sing.
2.5 to 3.
2.5 to 3. I'm right there with you. Here's another question. What's the craziest Stone story you've ever had?
The craziest Stone story I ever had. I can't remember because I'm pretty high. I was in this Greyhound station, and I decided to go pack my bowl for my next stop. So while I was taking a dump, this band of police officers come and they knock on my door and they say, "Come on out." And I was just like, "Okay, let me wipe my ass first." So I do, and I open the door, and they have their guns drawn, and I look right at them, and I just proceed to wash my hands. Like, I just like look at them like y'all ain't here for me.
can't be looking
and I start washing my hands, and they literally ran out of the station looking for somebody else.
Wow.
And I asked the person who was working there, I said, "Who were they looking for?" They said they were looking for a man in a black hat.
Oh.
And I was wearing
A black
this hat.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Well, I'm glad you're still alive.
Oh yeah.
'Cause you know how
the
trigger
pistols
happy.
on?
Yeah.
Like,
You're in the
joke right
bathroom.
there.
You're trying
Yeah.
to put your hands up and everything.
oh,
You haven't wiped everything.
It was a crazy
They
Jedi
burst
mind
into the
trick.
bathroom. You haven't
Yeah.
wiped everything, and you just,
Yeah.
I don't have any stories like that.
Alright, my craziest weed story, I suppose, is probably the first time I ever smoked weed. I was like 15, and I had seen the movie Half Baked, but I didn't know what that was like. But when they, in that beginning scene, when they first smoked and they were in like that 7-Eleven store,
Yeah.
I went into the grocery store and like I went into the candy aisle, and it was just like that. It was like a cross zoom, like Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, where he does that cross zoom. Dude, it's nuts, man.
I got high with the entire Wu-Tang clan once. And that's a story. It happened right over here.
Nice. Yeah.
Off of 6th Street.
Let's tell me about your funniest Stone story.
I was working at a job. Their little restaurant was in front of the job. I got my car, parked it in there, got out, walked back to work. When I got off work, I couldn't find my car, and I reported it stolen. It was still at the restaurant.
Oh, that's a pretty hardcore story right there. What's your funniest or craziest stoned moment?
Well, I actually have one recently. This Thursday, we were down here walking, and I was really, really high. And it was people walking in the street and everything. I just thought that, I don't know, I just thought everybody was against me. Everybody was talking. I was paranoid. I was like, wait a minute. I'm in a new state. What's going on? I just was really, really paranoid. My husband was laughing. Everybody was laughing at me because I'm usually the chill one. But this must have been some really good shit, you know? And
We've all been there. We've all been
Yeah,
there.
so, but it was all good though.
That's good.
It only lasted a little while and I was back to my regular bubbly self.
Awesome. Have you ever smoked with any of your family members? And what was that like?
So I've smoked with my sister, you know, like she's 2 years younger than me, so like we kind of had like the exact same type of life, so like it's nice, you know, and we don't do it often. We haven't done it much lately, but back in the day when we used to smoke together, it was always cool, and we always got very enlightened, and we always felt a connection with smoking because like we're kind of the only ones who do, like in the, you know, general family. So
I smoke with my parents openly.
Wow, that's cool.
My parents were hippies growing up, so like you know they just went to concerts and just like enjoyed themselves growing up. And yeah, weed was nothing for my dad, like, and weed's nothing for my mom either. So like she needs it just as like I do. She needs it like medicine. My dad does it recreationally, but yeah, no, like I grew up with it. Me and my brother will smoke. It's just been a family thing.
Wow, that's awesome. Have you ever gotten stoned with any family members?
Yes, my dad actually. He's a stoner from way back.
Nice.
I actually have.
Nice. Have you ever smoked weed with any of your family members?
I smoked weed with my mother one time when she was about 50 years old. She thought she was smoking a Marlboro. She said that was the best Marlboro she ever had.
Best marble you've ever had. That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you ever gotten stoned with a family member or any mom or dad?
No, man, I
Look at
really
you,
haven't.
Dex.
I haven't.
Never. Wow. That's good. I haven't either.
Yeah, that it's like I'm a truther and I can't talk about the conspiracies with my family. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that same type of thing.
Have you ever smoked weed or gotten high with any of your family members?
Yes.
Mom, dad?
No, not my mom or dad. They're pretty straight. But my recovering crackhead uncle, God bless him, we get high all the time.
All the time.
We're not going to say his name.
Okay, shout out to the family out there that get high. What's the best advice you can give somebody to not look stoned?
Hold your eyes open like you're surprised.
It's true.
I look good, right? Regular?
He looks great.
Wear sunglasses, because yo, I get like Chinese when I smoke. The people know, they always say your eyes are so fucked up, you look fucked up, you know?
That's true. Facts. Facts.
If you could share a helpful hint for anybody to not look stoned, what would it be?
Eye drops and Listerine, baby.
I got the mystery. You heard it here, Austin, Texas, South by Southwest 2019. Comweedian, bringing it to you in the streets.
Chilling with the comedian, telling jokes to these boys like a comedian. It's the turtle, I'm geeking something like Herschel, and you can tell we just met, so we didn't have time for rehearsals, but it's still commercial, but boy, we versatile. We crawling around white by Willie and Dennis, making the planet smile. This universal, we bet you we won't commercial, and swear to God, no rehearsal. I swear to God, no rehearsal. Let him know. Let him know. Hell yeah, man. That's good. That's good. That's real. I like that.